No, no good.
What about like on the hockey though, in terms of enjoying this sport and in terms of, I don't know, managing your schedule? Like you see how like jam-packed it is at the moment.
I think it's very difficult for the players. It's very tiring, and people don't understand that. You know, when the players are here now, the general public think you just walk through the door, but they haven't. They've travelled from Aberdeen, so they got 6 o'clock flights this morning. They've had to fly down, get in a car or a taxi, get to the venues or get to the hotel, check in again, redo everything in a suitcase, which is a nightmare. You know what I mean? I'm away for a week and I haven't done this. I haven't done this for like 6 years, well, 5 years, so it's unusual for me. But there's loads of different things to any sport. You know what I mean? You don't just turn up. You've got to prepare. You've got to do it right. So, but the players tonight, they all want to win, even though it's a fun exhibition. They're going to meet the crowd. But if they got the same mentality as me, I ain't losing. That's my mentality.
Well, they say darts is very friendly now. It's a friendly place, isn't it? Not like when you were around. It was a bit more competitive.
I always said, Eddie Coley said to me, you can't go to the bank manager when you can't pay your mortgage and say, well, it's a friendly sport. Good, like but we're still having your house off you. You know what I mean? So you've got to be competitive, and you've got to be like a boxer. You've got to go in there and want to win. Otherwise, you ain't going to win. You know, it's all about this. That's the biggest muscle in your body. You know, if that's not right, then you ain't going to win. So if you're going in there thinking, well, we're best mates, he's all right, that don't work. That's like being a baby. You get stuck in and get one.
What was your favourite rivalry back in the day with maybe some of these players here tonight? We've got Barney, John Lowe, Peter Manley.
Yeah, John was the first rivalries, John and Eric. Big Cliff at the time, Jockey Wilson, there was Leighton Rees. I mean, I've had 4 or 5, 4 decades. So I've seen them all come and go in the end. I mean, John was a lovely player. Probably the nicest thrower I've ever seen, him in Leighton Rees. And then the rivalry with me was Dennis Priestley. That was a rivalry for a while because I had to work him out. And then, obviously, Barney. You know what I mean? It was a great rivalry, Raymond. I quite enjoyed him. I do like Barney, even though he's a miserable little bugger at times.
He's about 2 metres away from us, maybe 3.
Raymond, gives a smile. That'll cost me a tenner.
He's cheering.
He'll charge me a tenner for that, won't you? You charge me a tenner for your smile.
Talking of another rivalry, and which we won't unfortunately see, but I did ask Littler, when Littler's in his peak, which he doesn't think he's hit yet.
No, he hasn't.
And when you're in your peak, who would win?
Me.
That's what he said.
I don't know, be honest with you. I don't know, but what a game it would have been. You know what I mean? I'd have been up for 118 averages probably, and I think him at his peak, when he reaches his peak, because he hasn't, he'll be about 27, 28 when he really, if he's still enthusiastic, if he's still practicing and he isn't burnt out. That's the one thing you've got to protect him a little bit, because he'll get pulled from pillar to post.
What sort of peaks do you think he will be hitting in terms of like these insane averages, like a consistent peak, that type of thing?
You just wisen up, you become more calm and you become a little bit more, older-headed, a bit more experienced. You know, it's all new yet. You know what I mean? And he's going to have dips and valleys. You know, your form's going to go up and then it's going to go down, minded. So you have to work out ways of pushing yourself back up there by changing things or doing something different, which I was always doing. I was never happy with what I got, even though if I won the Worlds, I wanted something better next time. And that's the way I played the game.
Do you think he can threaten your records, Phil?
You could do, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Because I find it quite, near impossible, nigh on impossible.
Well, he's won it once, so you'd have to win it another 16 times to beat me record. So that's 16 years of qualifying for the World.
He doesn't reckon he'll have another 10 years. He wants to retire, I think.
I wouldn't blame him, to be honest with you. It's the whole game's changed. It really has. It's very noisy. The crowds now are very boisterous. You know, if they like you, then you've got an opportunity to win the tournament. If they don't like you, it's so difficult when you've got like 10,000 people booing and whistling and shouting. So the pressure's on them. Yeah. You know, you've seen it yourself. So it's all about getting the crowd on your side now.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're going to absolutely love seeing you here tonight in Leicester. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
Thanks, Polly. Thank you.